Yo, Ray, what's good? What's up, Ray?
What's going on, man?
Man, yeah. So I got the new number. I got the number here, man. Let's see. It's 470-220-4754. I'm gonna call it real quick and see how it works.
So right now, what he's trying to do is set up something where people can call in and call in while we're live. But see, why he's doing that, I'll go over what's going on right now. Pretty much in the market, you got like look like a inside day so far. You got the S&P 500.
It works.
All
No, no, no.
right,
Hold on.
so
All right, so I'm gonna hit the accept button right here. Hold on. Unlimited talk time. Woo! That's
so you
turned
got
up right there.
all right.
Let me see something. Let me just see if I can if you can hear me.
So
Hello?
so right now we got the spools up about three handles. Got the Nasdaq is up 106 handles. The Dow is down 23, and the Russell is up about a point. So basically, in the bonds and the notes are down. The VIX is down. So it's basically I'm gonna share my screen so you guys can see. So we basically got over here to the left. This is what I'm reading from. So in the morning, whenever I get up and I'm getting ready to do some trading, I'm always looking at first thing I look at is where the S&P 500 is, and here go the futures up about 2 points. That's not a lot. I got the bonds and the notes are down, and they generally move. If I pull up the S&P 500, this is what you see pretty much for the a little up move, a little wedge for the past year or so. Pretty much, if I was to go back the last 3 years, it'll look like this. But if you come to the bonds, you can see that the bonds are up as well, or have made an up move. I'm gonna pull up the TLT because it look a little bit better. So when you see the TLT, which is a stock or ETF, and you look up here, it got 20 plus year Treasury bond ETF, and you can see how it was down for probably about a year before the last 2 or 3 months where it made an up move. So generally, that's what I'm looking at. I come in, I look at gold futures, look at oil futures, look at the bonds and the notes, and then you look at the S&P futures and then the VIX futures, pretty much to get a handle on what's going on. And yesterday we had big earnings. We had earnings in Apple. We had earnings in I think Google and Microsoft. Apple earnings were excellent. They blew everything out of the water, and yet they're still on the day, down about 80 cents. So it just goes to show that even with great earnings, you would think that with the earnings that they had, you would think that the stock would gap up. So you never really know, even with news, exactly what the stock gonna do. So I was just giving them a brief synopsis of what's going on in the market so far, and then I can go over my positions that I have. I got two positions on. I got a position on in the spine. I got a position on in Tesla. I actually had put this position on in Tesla, and I had did a little video on it on my personal page. I put it on a couple days ago, and it's up about $6 today. Overall, the position is now $39, and you can see on the SPY credit spread that I talked about a little bit yesterday is down about $1 more today. Overall, 155. And I got 23 days the expiration on the SPY position and 37 days the expiration on the Tesla position. If we look at the Tesla chart, you'll see that basically what I need on this, it's in a little range, got a little triangle. Uh, Put some on this real quick. Um, let's see. Remove that. And so basically what I'm looking at, something real quick. When I see something like this, price action in a little range, consolidating, got something like this. Some people call it a pennant or a triangle, whatever the case. It's just a consolidate. It's just what price action is just going up and down, and consolidating. I'd like to see it break out to the upside. So what I put on, I bought a call spread, a cheap way to play Tesla without using a whole bunch of money. Abdul, you got anything you wanted to go over or?
No, I didn't really do any trades today, man. I'm just here looking at the market, looking at stocks. Um, I was looking at TAL. You can pull up TAL on the monthly chart, and it reminds me, TAL, EDU. You can pull them up on the monthly chart,
All right.
and they kind of remind me of, the pullback that we had in coronavirus. All right, Zane. Good. That's cool. I'm gonna check it out. These drops right here remind me of, the coronavirus pullbacks. You
Mm-hmm.
know, and what I'm thinking is like these stocks took like 5 years to get where they are, or even more, and gave it back in like 6 months. And the reason these stocks are going down, like TEL, EDU, was because of the China crackdown. You remember when we talked about that in I think our second podcast show?
Yeah.
You can put it in
Yeah.
the show notes. Um, we talked about how they were cracking down on cryptocurrency, how they were cracking down on the rideshare riders, and they were also cracking down on other stocks. So, like a lot of Chinese stocks we were talking about took a slide in the US market. So, like this pullback right here, this sharp news, this brief China crackdown, I think is like the same situation that we was in March of 2020 when the coronavirus caused all the stocks to slide. That is like what's happening here. That's what I feel like what's happening here. And I feel like, man, this might be a buying opportunity.
I
What you
think
think?
I think it's a great buying opportunity. I'm glad you brought that up.
That and EDU and
Is
EDU,
EDU a Chinese stock?
I think it is, but it's related and it looks the same.
Yeah, say New Oriental Education. I
Yeah,
think one of these is like a I'm not sure which one. One of them is like a tutoring, like
yeah, they are.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
are. They are. They're paid tutoring sites. So what the hell, China? How you cracking down? All right. Look. How you cracking down on education? People making money for teaching people. What's wrong with that?
I'm getting ready. I'm gonna get some of this, but I'm gonna put these. I'm gonna do this actually in my Fidelity account. Because I was looking at DD too. This
Pull
is
it up. Pull
to
up DD.
me, huh?
Pull up DD. Let's see.
Yeah, DD look. It ain't as bad as these, but it's bad. So it don't have as much data on DD as because it's a newer company. But as you can see, went from the let me move this out the way. From right here, from this high, up here right around what's that? About $18 all the way down to
Monthly chart.
what's it like 8. Nah, because it don't have as much data on DD. I don't know.
Oh,
DD
that's
must
the
not
daily.
be that old of a company. This is daily.
Let's see. DD. Um. Oh no, DD does have data, man. DD goes all the way back to.
You know what I'm saying? But they wasn't on the New York Stock Exchange then. DD just got on the New York Stock Exchange because China, that was the thing. That's why China cracked down, because they want to make sure they know how much data that these companies are giving to the United States as part of them going public on the New York Stock Exchange. So, like, so with our companies here, they collect data on everything we do. That's how you pull up your phone and then you look in your phone and you be like, man, how in the world they know where I'm gonna search? And they collecting data on us. China doesn't want the United States to be collecting data on Chinese on from their apps from their company. See, so this is a
Yeah.
like I don't like you know, I always heard the minister always said that economics is warfare. And the minister said whenever you practicing economics, you really practicing warfare. So China is just like that. So that's why they don't want the United States. And I would imagine, I mean, I understand that. And if I had wanted to allow a Chinese company onto the stock exchange and I had some control over, yeah, I want to see all your data. I want to collect data from you. They collect data on us anyway. So Abdul, you just dropped out. I don't know what happened. I don't have no sound. Let me see. I'll add you back. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, that was me. I wanted to see
Oh,
if I could add myself back, or
oh, okay.
or if I could do it, because sometimes my kids be running around in here.
Oh, okay, okay. Cool. I didn't know if something dropped on this end. But yeah. So this is one of those things that for me, I don't know about for you. I don't this one right here, these Chinese stocks, um, and I was already thinking about it. I don't know if you remember last night. Um I was talking with Bill about it. I was like, these aren't to me, these are great buying opportunities. We put up this stock is like $8. Um TAL is $6. Um EDU is $2.34. It gapped down. These are great buying opportunities to buy stocks real cheap and maybe hold them. You never know. This is a way of diversifying a portfolio. If you got, let's just say you're an investor and you're a long term investor and you have a lot of exposure to uh, the U.S. stock market. This is a way to get exposure to Chinese stock market, like get exposure to Chinese stocks,
Yep.
diversifying your portfolio. And so, this is and it's a cheap way. You can put 100 shares is 200 and what, $35 or something like that. Where it's trading at right now. What's the risk? You lose 200 and some bucks versus it getting back up to its high, and you collecting. If it just get all the way back up to the high and make a new high, it's $20. So I think that's a real good risk to reward ratio. And maybe in the next video that we go live tomorrow, either Friday, how depends on how our schedule will go. I may get long, and I'll do that in another account where I look to hold stuff. Um, where I have like a long term portfolio, I'll get long maybe one of these stocks, maybe two or three of them. We'll just see. Let's see. Once again, I'm gonna go over some things. Um, you out right now? You want me to bring you back in? Let me see.
Hey, baby boy.
Did you want to? I can't
Now,
tell if you want to come back in.
now look. Let me try something real quick. I'm gonna just do this real quick. Boom.
All right. Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear
Yeah,
you.
that's good. And my avatar is still there.
Yeah.
If I want to, and then I'll just put my cam back. So
Okay. All right.
yeah, it works. That's perfect.
All right. Okay.
And yeah, man. Yeah, but that's cool, man. Like you say, long term hold. Maybe it'll be people that'll call in and ask about the long term long term portfolio.
Hmm. Yeah, because me personally, I wouldn't want to. I'm not going to day trade. I wouldn't want to on a daily chart with that gap down, and these could keep going, but they can only go to zero. So something at $2, like I'll stash that away. That's what I probably do. I buy it and not even look at it because I don't trade that portfolio like every day. I actually own some gold in it. A gold. I'm long this right now, and if you look at gold, this is Barrick Gold Corp. It pays a 9 cent dividend, which ain't a whole lot, but it does pay something for holding it. It's only about $21 right now. I think I got it at like 20, like right here. See, this is like a little trade zone for me. Got an up move, a pullback, then you got another up move. So if you're looking at like, somebody who, if you looked at Elliott Wave, right, you would say this is your 1, 2 on your pullback, and then you get 3, and then you got 4, and then your 5th wave should go above your 4th wave. So you'll end up somewhere here. So I got in right here at this little support level, was what I would call it. And I don't even look at this every day. I got in, bought it, and I'll probably hold it. It's gold. So this is a way that, as far as like something that, like in a retirement account, something like that, gold, pretty much, I don't think it's going to be too erratic. And if we looked at this on like a weekly, so if you're looking at this on a weekly, you see it held right here, and you got to up moving a little, and it's kind of stalled out. Of course, it could go all the way down, but this is like, that's why I said it's in something that I'm gonna trade every day. So I don't trade it in this particular account, which that I day trade and swing trade in. Let's see. I wanted to talk about Johnson and Johnson a little bit. I apologize for that. Let's see. Johnson and Johnson, I got, you see, I got a triangle up here at the top. This is a daily chart. And up at the top. So basically, same thing I was looking at on gold. You got an up move right here. It retraced to right here around this level. And then you got your big impulse move. And then from here, it went into a range. Bop, 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 bop. And you broke out right here. So something like this, you could get long right here. If someone wanted to get long Johnson and Johnson, I'm not looking to get long it at this point. It hasn't reached overbought on the RSI, so it could keep going. It took out, let's see, has it reached, it's right here at a high. I don't know if this is the all-time high. Keep going. It took out, I don't know if that's the all-time high or not, but it's definitely, I'm looking back 3 years. So for me, I want to see this break out here and give me some type of M pattern, like break out here, come back, and then make a lower high, make a high here, low, and then a lower high. And then that's something I would look to get short, just because you got the big move and you made another new high. I was reading. I don't even know how I look. I don't normally look at this stock. I think I was reading something where they had to pay like a fine for something with dealing with I was reading the New York Times and they got fined something. So and it made me pull it up. And so a lot of times when I hear like a big news event, then I go look at that stock. You'll get a breakout either one way or the other. You generally will find like some type of consolidation pattern. And we definitely call like triangles, pennants, things like that, consolidation patterns. What else do I got on this little watch list? Marijuana. I was looking at Tilray. Tilray has some decent earnings. So you looking at Tilray, you got a nice green candle today, gapped up. Tilray doesn't have real high IV rank. I think the IV collapsed on it though. I think it was higher than that when the market opened, and right now they're crushing IV in it. Let's see. We got the Smalls Cannabis future. So basically, you can on the Tastyworks platform, which is what I'm using, you can trade the marijuana. You can trade the marijuana futures. It's a per tick. It's $1 per tick. It only holds up about $200 margin. I'm gonna go ahead and look at some let's see if we can pull up some crypto. Let's look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin trading right around 39,000. What is that? 39.5. Looking at Bitcoin, uh, past couple days, it's been running up. So this is what, if you were to get long Bitcoin right here, you know, you'll probably, I could see it going all the way up to maybe 47.5 in the next couple days before it runs into any real support. Check out this little high right here to the left. Let's look at Ethereum. See if I can arrange these by all the ones that are up on the day. Ethereum pretty much looks like a similar pattern. Got a nice little up move over the past few days. Is it gonna take out? It did take out this little high a couple days ago, and now it's right here. So will it march to all time new highs again? So if you're gonna get long it, this might be a good time to get long it if this is your thing. I don't trade too much crypto, but a chart is a chart. So I can pull up any chart and then go from there. Let's go take a look back at. I got a list right here of Cathie Wood. Like I actually named this watch list Cathie Wood. These are your ARK investment. So these are the stocks that make up, or the top 25 stocks that make up the ARK ETF, which is managed by Cathie Wood. So pretty much all of these stocks are growth stocks. Tesla is in there. She's real big on Tesla. Like you said, you see the triangle I got pulled up there. I want to see a breakout there. I got a trade there. Roku is up about $10 on the day. You see Roku just made all-time highs again. I was in Roku back here, which is why what you see is a Fibonacci retracement tool right here. And so a lot of times once I get like a pullback to a certain level, then I'll put the retracement on and then I'll hold. Once it got up around here, I think I put some kind of spread on and it got up in here and I got out, which is something similar to what I'm looking at in Tesla. This is how, I choose like take profit zones based off of these levels. Uh, it could go all the way up. The next level is actually right here at 508. And then the last level is right around 548, So Roku is moving. Not really sure why, but it is. I don't know if Roku has earnings on August 4th. So let's see. We got some people joining in on the chat. Let's see. If you guys are joining in, shout out anything that you want me to look up or pull up, or you got something that you're trading, let me know. Put it in the chat and then I'll look at it. And then we can see exactly what you got going on. Teladoc is down about $3. Teladoc looked like, I don't know if it was bad earnings or what. Looked like it opened down and then it made up filled that gap. Let's look at it on a smaller time frame. Let's go to the 30-minute. Yeah, so it actually gapped down and then it looked like it's closing the gap on the day. So most of the stocks, let's look at Square. Square is up about $6. Square looked like it's getting ready to take out the highs. I'm on the 30-minute. So something like this, this is a perfect, would have been good to see this beforehand. There you go. You got a pullback to about 50% pullback, and then you got a breakout. And then it went all the way up to that top level right there, and then kind of like rolled over a little bit. So I would take, if I had seen this pull back here and then break there, I probably would have got in, right? Let's see. Are you trying to? I see you just trying to call me. You trying to come back in or?
Oh my god, it's so cool.
I'm doing a show right now. I'm coming.
All right. Let's see. Okay, hold on, man. I just see you. All right, man. I didn't know. I thought when you went out, you could bring yourself back in. I was just you muted.
You have the administrative capabilities, so I can't add myself back in.
Okay. All right, you in there.
Yeah.
So we got Square. This might not be like to be honest with you. Let me see. I don't like getting in the mood late. These one of the moves like you like to see it when it's going on, when it's happening. You got anything, man? You wanna throw in there? You muted again.
Yeah, I know. That's just for background noise. But no, I shared the video out, and I got the YouTube chat up here, but nothing as far as charts or anything.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just
regular right now. I am looking at a AMD here.
All right.
Pretty good. I haven't checked out that chart in a while. Let me look it up.
Hey, it's going to the moon.
Beast in the day, son.
It's going to the moon. Yeah. It made another high. Took out this high right here to the left. Let's see. What's another stock that I like to look at? Twitter.
I'm about to add AMD to one of my good watch lists. AMD is doing a nice little flat top here. Kind of. Once it breaks 100, woo, AMD gonna be trading with the big boys.
Yeah, I see it right up here.
Nice flat top there, man. If you look on the monthly or the weekly, this thing, I think, has the potential to go parabolic. This thing has the potential to go parabolic, bro.
Yeah, I can see that.
I can see this thing up here in the 180s, bro, before the end of the year.
Let me ask you something. So, like something like that.
150s before the end of the year, huh?
Yeah, something like that. With that, I was just thinking like something like that. Is that something that? So how would you look at like you just so basically trying to see how you would trade it if you got that?
Go to the weekly chart. Go to the weekly chart.
No, I'm saying how would you? So that's so if my assumption is that something is going to 150 and it's at 95 right now, do I just buy it and just hold it to 150, or how do you trade that assumption?
You say how did I determine that it can be in the 150s?
No, I'm saying how do you trade that assumption? Like, so how do you express your view in the market?
If I was to express my view in the market, I don't really understand that question, man.
So I'm saying this is I'm gonna show you. All right, so it said $95. I think it's gonna go to 150. If I think it's gonna go to 150, I just buy it and hold it to 150.
No.
So that's what I'm
saying. Because it can go past 150. It can go to 200. It might not go to 150. It might go to 145 and then roll over.
So what would you? So I'm saying like, so if somebody was watching the show and they asked me, so like if I say, so it said $95 and I say I think it's gonna go to 150, and they would say, well, and they asked me if that was my assumption, and they say, well, Terrence, how would you trade that? I would say I would buy 100 shares and hold it to 150, right?
Right.
Because that's a $50 move. That's $5,000.
Yeah.
So I ain't gonna, I would just trade. I would buy it and hold it to 150, and I wouldn't look to get out of it if my conviction in AMD is that high, right? That's what I was saying. So I was saying like if that's why I was trying to get you to like if someone watching the show and they don't trade like that, I was saying give them like options on how they would be able to express their opinion in the market. So like what so we all trade on like different platforms. Like you have traders that may trade on Fidelity, you have some that may trade on E-Trade, Tastyworks, Thinkorswim, Interactive Brokers, Robinhood. These are mediums. There was a time where you had to call up a stockbroker, and then the stockbroker will have to place the trade for you. You will pay like an ungodly amount of money for fees and this, that, and the third. That they had to express that view for you in the market. In the digital age, now that we have trading platforms, these platforms or these brokerage accounts that we have, they serve as um, they're in betweeners, the middleman, so that we can express our views in the market. When we come on here and look at these bars up, down, and this is showing collective buying and selling in a free capital market. And so people are expressing their biases, whether it be down or up. They're making their expression on what they think a particular underlying is doing. So that's what so like when you have someone watching and they may be a little bit newer and they want to figure out like what are the so I have this view. I got this stock, man. It's a $5 stock. I heard whatever they heard. I think it's gonna go to 10. What do I how do I how what do I what are some things that I could do? And that's what I'm saying. So like and some of the things, depending on your education and what you do, you could just buy that stock and how much capital you have, and you could hold it to then. Some people may have, some people may not sit at the screen and be able to trade like we can, and so they may just be like, "Look, man, I'm good." If you may have somebody watching, they got about 100 grand, and they like, "Look, AMD, um, they looking at it and they seeing it make this high, they might just buy 100 shares and then put a stop like, somewhere like down here, this low, and then put a take profit at whatever it is they think, 100% profit, 50% profit, whatever. That's what I was saying. So like, I was asking you like, how would they go about expressing that? You muted. You muted.
It's like you said, man. Everybody, and people are in different situations, man. It's all relative for people. In this situation, I might be in a mode where I buy it right now. But looking at this intraday chart, how it's straight up like this, I might not want to buy it just yet. I might want to wait for a pullback. I might want to wait for it to crack 100. I might wait for it to crack 100 and pull back and retest 100, right? I might put a stop loss below the daily candle or a weekly candle that cracks 100. So there's multiple ways I might go about doing it. But the idea is that I want to get in somewhere around this range between 90 and 100. I want to
Okay.
get in it somewhere around that range with a stop loss at 90 or stop loss around 95. And I'm watching price action that's going to take me out the trade. So this stock, it could go to 300 in 3 days.
Uh-huh.
I wouldn't have to take anything off the table. I look for reasons to sell a stock, right? When I'm in a stock, I look for reasons to sell. So somebody else might be different. Somebody might put a take profit on and just leave it alone. I'm not that guy.
All
I'm
right.
a guy that is watching it every day, and I'm looking at price action. I'm looking at volume, right? I'm looking to see if it's breaking or trading below moving averages. I'm looking to see if it's making lower highs and lower lows. I'm looking to see if it's getting choppy at the highs. I'm looking to see if it's holding support levels. So, I'm just projecting the price out there. I'm not trying to tell anybody how to trade this. This is just market talk, man. We're just talking stocks, and I'm just giving my views of where I think it could be, where I think it could go based on my own knowledge of trading. So,
all right. So let's see. You got any? Let's see. You got anything else you want me to pull up? Let's see. Let me look at
I really
Palantir.
like the AMD, man. I might want to go ahead and buy a couple of maybe 50 shares right now and just hold it. But like I said, I think this is worth keeping on watch, man. AMD right now. Also Roku. Let's see. AMD.
I like this little move right here on Palantir. I don't like the IV rank though. You want to share your screen?
A bike.
I'm good. I don't really need to share my screen right now.
Okay. You want me to pull up Roku? I pulled it up a few minutes ago. It's up about $10 on the day already. It just made all-time highs. Yeah,
Roku looking. Yeah, Roku just made all-time highs. Looks like it's about to trade through the highs. I like to see more consolidation here, but sometimes these stocks, when they get this momentum like this, they just go, man. When they bust those highs.
I like DraftKings. Right here. I don't like the.
Yeah, man, but this is a mundane day in the market, man. Nothing really exciting going on the day trading side of things.
Yeah, it just look like we got everything. Look like most of the stuff is in the range.
Now look at this. This FLGC has potential to do something. I think FLGC intraday, if it can hold above, if it can hold above, 550, 570, start to curl up here, around this 590 area, and then bust through 640 or 650, I think we could see something. I think we could see something nice today if we can get a bust through 650. Or I put some downtrend resistance on it on FLGC. If you from the top of that wick,
right up here.
Yeah, from the top of that wick to that second top, not to the second the second attempt at highs. Yeah,
right here.
Yeah. So if I put a trend line on that, and I'm waiting for a break of that trend line to see something amazing. But if it never breaks, then
like this.
Breaks. Yeah, but on top of the wicks, I don't cut through the wicks.
Yeah, we probably could see something. Let's see.
Because that's like one of those big cup and handles. So it might take a little more trading. Maybe, maybe this might be something that goes in the afternoon.
Man, you know what?
Watch on later around 2 or 3 o'clock.
I was about to buy. I was thinking about just buying 100 shares. It's not no. I would have rather got it like right here though. I'll wait. If it come back down, if I get it to come back down here and make a low somewhere right around here, I'll buy 100 shares. If it do it while we on the show.
Yeah.
If it come back down here, I want to get it on the low. I actually do think it's gonna make highs. It's gonna take out these highs today, but I don't want to buy it right there. Ain't too much to gain on it. If you buy it right there, and it's at 619, you might make $50. So
hey, like I said, man, yesterday, man, $100 a day is about $25,000 a year, man.
Yeah. I would get out
$13,000 a year, huh?
Yeah, I would get out like right if once it broke the high. So I want to see it come back down.
Yeah.
I want to buy it like right here, and if it come down in there and hit it right there, then I'll hold it.
If I buy it here and it go down, I'm gonna be mad because I know that I'm supposed to wait for that breakout. See, if I buy the breakout and it don't work, then I won't be mad. because I know what I know that, like they say, you shouldn't have expectations, but we study these patterns and develop the belief that they are supposed to resolve themselves, you know, at least a little bit like the past, you know. So I'll be mad if I buy it early like that, man, and then it fails, because I know I'm supposed to wait for that breakout. I know
Yes. Yeah.
I know it, son. I
Art.
didn't learn that lesson too many times. Like say, I read a quote yesterday. It said, "You will continue to learn a lesson. You will continue to experience a lesson until the lesson is learned, or something."
Yeah,
Like
that makes
basically, you don't keep
sense.
messing up until you learn your lesson. Once you learn a lesson, then you won't have to do that again.
That's logical. Um, Robin Hood. What you think about
Oh yeah, we talking about the
Robin Hood?
Robinhood IPO. When is that supposed to be coming out?
So tomorrow, last I heard,
Oh,
last I heard it was tomorrow.
what time?
I'm not sure about that. I know like today, if you have like a Robinhood account, yeah, you're supposed to be able to. I think they offering like where you can buy shares early. That's something that they're doing along with SoFi.
Yeah.
Um, they gonna offer shares to like their clients. Excuse me, and then you can get them before everybody else on Thursday. That's from what I understand. But um, it's for me. I'm looking for it like in the $30 to $40 range. I might buy some of that in my long term portfolio. I ain't gonna lie. I think that not because now let me be honest. That's because I think that everything in this market, I think that it would be like a growth stock and that it would continue to go up because of its popularity. Right? I don't trade on Robinhood. I
Yeah.
would not trade on Robinhood. And you make that let me perfectly clear. The platform that I'm trading on is the platform that I'm
Yeah.
going to trade on, either this one or
Right.
Thinkorswim. But I would buy the stock, and you say, "Well, why is that?" Because I think it'll go up. Like either you think it's gonna go up, or if you think it's gonna go down, you short it. If you think it's gonna go up, you get long. If you think like it's basically where do you value the stock at? And so that's all it is. Those Chinese stocks that we looked at earlier, I'm like, look, they've been hit, they down.
Them shit, shotgun.
I'm waiting.
Ah, get
Huh?
up, yeah.
Yeah, they down. So I buy them. I buy them just because they cheap. To me, when I look at it like something like that, your reward is greater than your risk. And so anytime I can stand to lose less, a few bucks, then I throw it out there, man. A lot of times I think we overlook it. When you look at a lot of these VC, like a lot of these investors that invest in these companies, and I heard Chamath Palihapitiya talk about it. He was speaking at Stanford, and he was like, a lot of people like to make it seem like they're smarter than what they are. And he was like, we're just taking money and we're investing in, like, you might invest in 10 companies. And he said, out of those 10 companies that you invest in, he said, two or three of them go 10x. And he said, now you're rich. He said, and then that's all it is. So I look at it the same way with these companies. They got hit, right? These Chinese companies, so they down. If you can get them while they cheap, what happens when they lift the regulations and then the company skyrockets? So some you bought that was $6, now it's back at like 20. That's crazy profit. Same thing with Robinhood. If it come out and it's some crazy evaluation and the stock is up like around $100 or something like that, I'm not buying it. I'll just wait and see what happens. But if it come out and it's low and it's around, 20, 30, $40 max, then I may look to, buy some of it. What you think?
Man, when I think of Robinhood IPO, something inside of me it thinks back to the Uber IPO. Did Lyft have an IPO? Like
I don't
IPO,
remember.
them IPOs, man. I feel like they just get shorted out of the gate. Like I feel like that's the company's opportunity to sell to naive investors out of the gate. Like they trying to raise money. You know what I'm saying? Like for example, if we made the Spit on It podcast stock, right? And we valued it at $100 a share.
Mm-hmm.
Right? We valued it at $100 a share. And as soon as it hit the market, say that thing, we project a million volume coming in, 200, 300 million volume. We selling some, ain't we? We gonna be selling some of those shares.
Yeah.
But we gonna be taking some profit immediately. Immediately, we're gonna take some profit. So that's what I think about when I see these IPOs, man. The Coinbase IPO, all of these joints, you might get that quick spike on a 1 minute chart, maybe a 5 minute. You might get that quick spike, and then it drive down, man. So IPOs are volatile, especially with controversial names like Robinhood. But that's what I think of when I think of the Robinhood IPO. But I do think it could be big, like you said. I think that like I always like to think about the next generation that's coming up, man. I always like to reflect on this idea that this year is gonna be a plethora of new 18-year-olds. Next year is gonna be a plethora of new 18-year-olds. The year after that, right? So there's always gonna be a generation coming up and people that are gonna gravitate towards certain things, investing, trading, right? The world, and there's gonna be a new generation of investors. Every year, there's gonna be an additional generation of investors, and then another generation gonna step out. And the newer generation is gonna gravitate towards things like Robinhood because it's easy and they don't know. So it could be good, man. It could be good, man. So
Yeah.
we'll see.
And it, a lot of it I think depends on your outlook. So like, yeah, Uber, they, came out and it was like 40, right around $44, gap down, and then it kind of chopped, and it got as low as what's that? What's that low right there? Got as low as 1371. But if you held it through all of that, you got all your money back and some, just depending on when you sold, if you sold or if you still holding. So like right now, it's so that that's why I said it depends on your outlook. So like me, like if I'm saying I'm gonna get long Robinhood, like I'm getting long Robinhood for the long haul. Like I ain't like I wouldn't day trade it,
Yeah.
just because I think at one point Robinhood was the most downloaded app in the Apple Store. So, and I think sometimes things are simple. If I ever got a chance to talk to Tom Sosnoff again, I just think that like things are like it's really simple. The guys who like this platform right here, Tastyworks, most people just not gonna take the time to get into like hard math. And it's not hard math because the platform does it for you. But Robinhood make it so easy and simple. And the guys that the CEO that runs the company, he knows nothing about trading for the most part. He probably learning on the fly now. But he don't I can tell by listening to the interviews, he's not he don't know a whole lot about trading. And so, but he
Hey,
does know
he might
a
just be
lot
a
about
face, right?
marketing. Huh?
Might just be a face, right?
Yeah, but he knows a lot about marketing, or somebody does, because they market really well, even down to the ticker symbol hood. I like the ticker symbol. HOO.
Okay, Robinhood. Okay.
Yeah, the ticker symbol gonna be hood. So they identify with a generation with TikTokers and stuff like that. So I think that just because that alone, like Coinbase, Coinbase got like it's still, if you bought Coinbase, you lost a lot. Like that's why I said it depends on where it comes out at. Now I wouldn't buy Coinbase at what $381. But look at it down here, scraping the bottom down around like 239. Coinbase could be like Amazon in about 5 or 10 years. Because if you're going to trade cryptocurrency, you're gonna do it on Coinbase. Everywhere for the most part, you got some people got Binance, but most people got Coinbase. So, and if crypto is gonna be, which I don't know if, and this a whole nother segment, a whole nother show. The blockchain is here to stay. Now, what coin is gonna be? Anybody telling you they know what coin is gonna be, they lying to you. Nobody know what coin is gonna be. Everybody gonna come out with a coin, but the blockchain technology, I don't think that's going nowhere. So that particular, and they the major players in it. So you gotta believe. I don't know. This won't be the high. And I think in 5 years. In 5 years, I think the Coinbase will have taken this high out at some point. So it really depends, but it's an expensive stock. So it depends on how deep your pockets are and how much patience you have. I know Warren Buffett used to talk about buying stocks with a 10-year outlook. So, I don't have that type of patience. Not yet. I'm working to develop it, and I don't have them kind of pockets. But if I did, then yeah, I'd be buying all kind of stuff. Every time I got a down move, I'd be buying it. I'd be buying dips. And then I'd just be sitting on it. Because I know, a lot of these companies, like listening to other traders, certain traders I heard, they only trade stuff like Apple. Because if you have a bad day in Apple, worst case scenario, you just hold the stock. You just hold the stock as Apple. So you know what I'm saying? Worst case scenario, you just own Apple stock, which is the largest market cap, I think, in the United States, in this country. If I'm not mistaken, it's either them or Amazon or one of those top 5, but I think it's Apple. So, if you make a bad trade, that's what they say, never let a trade become an investment unless it's Apple. But, I think we're going to wrap this one up, wrap this show up. For the most part, today you got an inside day. The S&P 500 futures are unchanged. My positions right now ain't doing too much on the day. So I need Tesla to break out of that range, go to the upside, and the SPY it's gonna start decaying a whole lot this week, and then I'll keep pulling this up, and we'll keep looking at it. We got Tesla right here in this little range, so we'll see what we get going forward on these 2 trades that I got open. Man, you got anything final thing you want to say today before we get out of here?
Nah, man, man, I think this was a good show, man. I really like the tone of the show today and the variety of topics we covered. That's pretty much it, man. Like I said, I'm still watching FLGC for a day trade. I'm looking at Amazon for a swing trade, and I'm keeping eyes on Roku for a swing trade. So again, I'm keeping eyes on Amazon for a swing trade. I'm keeping eyes on Roku for a swing trade. I'm keeping eyes on FLGC for a day trade. I'm keeping eyes on TAL and EDU for long-term hold position trades.
Okay?
That's it, man. So you guys can run this back. I'm going to run this back and listen to what I just said and keep track of these charts. And hopefully we can get some more people in here and we can get some good conversations going. That's it, man. That's all I got right now, man.
All right. I think I may trade FLGC. If we do it, I'll go over it. The next one. I'm just waiting on yeah, look, so we got that gap up this morning, pull back, break to the side. So now you got your little chop. I think if I had to make a bet, I bet it's gonna take out these highs. I bet it's gonna take out these highs. I'll watch it though. All right, man.
We'll see. We'll see. Yep.
All right.
All right, man. I'll see you, man.
All right, peace.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Later, 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 later.